Hey everybody, this is Kaz Veselka, your Aberlite beard expert, and today I'm going to quickly show you how to use the Aberlite GO 2. I'm also going to share my experiences with the product and give you some details about what you get inside of this lovely box. And the first thing on the top of the box that obviously greeted you and brought you here is the pamphlet with the QR code on it. But fun fact, there's also the same QR code on the Aberlite GO 2 itself, so just hold your camera app up to it at any point and come rewatch these videos at any time, read the manual, and look at all the other resources there. And underneath this video, you'll find a more advanced styling guide, getting the most out of your Aberlite GO 2. That one will be a big one for you becoming an expert with this brush. This one will be more general. And voila, removing the pamphlet reveals your Aberlite GO 2. There's going to be a little bit of a film on it. All you have to do is rip that off. And the GO 2 naturally takes after the GO 1, but it's actually significantly more comparable to the Aberlite Pro. The Aberlite Pro, of course, being more or less the gold standard for heat brushes in terms of power and efficiency for many, many years now, and we have brought it directly into a wireless model, whereas the Aberlite Pro, of course, is wired. Now, the Aberlite Pro does heat up just a bit quicker than the Aberlite GO 2, but in terms of actual power and efficiency, the GO 2 actually wins. As you can see on the GO over here, there's actually 5 different heating columns with elements going all the way down, whereas on the Pro, you only have 4 columns of heating elements. What this essentially means when comparing these two models is you're going to get about 26% more efficiency and surface area coverage with one pass compared to the Aberlite Pro, which has a significantly smaller area of coverage. It might require more passes overall compared to this, and that's a huge upgrade. And in terms of battery life, both logistically and from my experience, I've been able to get anywhere between 4 to 5 straightenings in one battery life cycle. It's really, really easy to recharge. The GO 1 did not have a charging receptacle, but the GO 2 indeed has. All you have to do is lift the foam from that place that you just took the GO 2 from. You look underneath, and what you have there is a charging base, a charging cord, and also a bit of a sleeve or a jacket for your GO 2, so you can take it around a little easier. And if you have any more questions about how the different Aberlite models compare to each other in terms of specs, then we actually have a comparison chart that I'm going to link down in the description, but also you can find it in the QR code section, and it's titled Find the Right Aberlite Straightener for You. Now, when it comes to turning on the device, it's very, very simple. All you have to do is hold the button for 3 seconds and it'll turn on. The same action turns it off. 3 seconds and it'll turn off. But while it's on, every subsequent tap of the power button will then cycle it between different heat settings. There's 8 heat settings in total, and lingering on one heat setting will leave it, and then you'll see the numbers start climbing on the actual device. When it comes to choosing the right temperature setting for you, it really depends on a couple of different factors. First of all, if you have a nice fine beard like mine, thinner hairs that aren't particularly coarse and wiry, then you're looking at a temperature range from anywhere between, I would say, 300 and 340 would do you well. However, if you have a really, really intensely curly and coarse beard that it's really hard to run a comb through, that coarse, then you're looking at temperatures between 360 to 400 would be way better for you. And we actually have a little bit of a diagram here for you that you can find in the Aberlite manual that kind of gives you some ideas of what you could follow. And I'll quickly address some concerns that some of you might have, especially when it comes to beard damage, skin damage, and, the overall safety profile of using a heat brush on your face. When it comes to the Aberlite GO 2, there are so many safety features put in place to make sure that there's no significant damage done to your beard. First of all, the bristles are 2 millimeters and they're enhanced with anti-skull tooth technology, and the MCH heating allows for a very consistent heating temperature, so it doesn't fluctuate too much. There's a lot of cheaper heat brushes. The fluctuation is what can cause the heating damage, and they're not properly insulated. Every single one of these bristles are highly and strategically insulated, and you can bring it all the way down to the roots of your hair with very, very minimal damage. In fact, even at the highest temperatures, you can do this with your hands and leave it there, and it will not burn your hand whatsoever. The very back, on the other side of the bristles gets a little bit hot sometimes, but still not at the temperature in which you could burn yourself, but just be kind of wary of that. Another really cool protective feature is that, here, I'll turn it on for you, and you'll see that a blue light pops on. First of all, that tells you that the device is on, and that could be helpful, but then also tells you that it's currently exuding negative ions. With cheaper heat brushes, what tends to happen is there's a static electricity effect, and it completely messes up the styling. Hairs stand up where they shouldn't, and there's less silkiness and smoothness and uniformity. This creates an amazing amount of uniformity by exuding negative ions and negating that static electricity. And there's one more protective feature, but it's more of an external one, and that is the Aberlite heat protected spray that is argan oil based. Argan oil has a burning point of about 400 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's perfect, right? So you don't technically need to use argan oil if you're hovering around the 250 to 300 range. I would say anything over 300, spray some argan oil in your hands, just a bit on the outside layer, right down to the skin type of thing, and that's going to provide a nice layer of protection. Any beard oil will do, but some beard oils have lower burning points. So this just provides a little more of a cushion when compared to a regular beard oil. And when it comes to the nuances of advanced styling, this is when the next video comes in. So you can go watch that right now if you would like. I have also popped it into the description, and I highly recommend that you watch it because it gives you a very good idea of how to master the techniques and how to experiment with different maneuvers to get the best possible results with this brush. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in that video.